everybody, welcome back. I'm so glad you're joining us this week. We have a new project to work on. We are once again doing a sculpture project. If you remember from last week, if you were with us last week, we learned that a sculpture is a piece of art that is meant to be seen from all different directions. If you have a painting or a drawing that's hanging up on the wall, you can really only see it from one side, right? If you go to the back of it, you see the back of the piece of paper. But a sculpture can be seen from all different directions. So another way to think about sculptures is that they are three-dimensional. A painting or a drawing is 2 dimensions. It has height, top to bottom, and it has width, side to side. A sculpture has height and it has width. It also has depth. That's 3 dimensions. So when you hear someone say 3D or 3-dimensional, that's what they mean. So this is a really fun project and it's super simple. All you need for this project are scissors, glue, and a variety of different colors of construction paper. So go ahead and hit pause and come on back to us when you're ready. All right, I hope you're ready to get into some artwork today. So what I have here, I chose to do my sculpture on a sheet of black paper. You'll have to choose one piece of paper to keep whole, and that is going to be the base of your sculpture. That's what's going to hold everything together. So I chose black because I felt like it brought emphasis, artward, to all of my other pieces of my sculpture. So you can make that decision if you want to use black as well or if you want to use a different color. So once you've chosen your base, your full sheet of paper, you're going to take the other colors and you are going to cut strips. So what I did was I took all of my pieces of paper together and I just cut all at once. If your scissors aren't super sharp, it might be a little tricky to cut them all at the same time. You do what works for you. If you need to cut one piece at a time, that is no problem. And then I have my strips and I have all different colors here to choose from. So I will show you a few choices that you have to sculpt your paper to make different designs. And I'm sure that you will come up with plenty of your own. So you can use some of my ideas, you can come up with your own ideas, throw them all together, and we will see what you get. So the most important thing when I want to glue one of my pieces down is that I need to give my little strip of paper here, I need to give them some feet. So I'm gonna take, and all I need to do is just fold the bottom. Can you see that? And this one here, I'm just gonna fold a little foot. And I can take that piece, that's kind of a rainbow shape. I can just do that. And I can take that and I can put, if you have glue sticks, those work great too. But if you have white glue, all you're gonna need, and you know this if you've done my videos before, all you need is a dot. Just a dot, not a lot, right guys? So a dot of glue there, a dot of glue there, and then maybe I'll put this one over to the side a little bit. Now if it's not sticking, a trick I like to tell my students is to hold it on there and count to 10. And then it should stick pretty well. It won't be dry yet, but it'll stick pretty well. All right, a few other tricks we can use for folding our paper is I could do a zigzag pattern. So that means I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I'm doing little folds, so it looks like that. I could do bigger folds, separate my folds a little more. So play around with it, see what kind of shapes and designs you can get. But don't forget to glue this down. I need to give them some feet, right? Now I've seen some people do this project and they call it a playground. So if you want to make yours into a playground, make slides and different things on there, that would be fantastic. I think I'm actually going to, with this one, I'll give it a try. Instead of gluing both sides to the black, I might try gluing one side to the orange. That kind of looks like a set of steps. Maybe I'll give that a try. And if it doesn't work, I'll just move it somewhere else. Anytime you want to cut any of these pieces also to make them a little shorter, that is perfectly fine. You know what? I might need to fold that one a little differently because it's not going to want to stay. You'll figure out as you go what's going to work and what's not going to work, and if you need to start over with a piece, that is fine. You'll also learn probably, that's a little better, sometimes balance is a tricky thing you got to figure out. There we go. That works pretty good. It's a little droopy, but that's okay. Another trick I tried was I put a foot on one side and I kind of looped my other side together, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue here on that end so I can get glued to the inside, and then maybe I will, you can see that, try making a little twisty. How's that look? I hope you can see that pretty well. Put a dot of glue there, glue you down, and then it's like a little swirly. Lots of different shapes. I'm sure you will come up with plenty of your own ideas, but these are just a few that I used that I liked. Another thing you can do, friends, is, like I said, you can cut. Your strips don't all have to be that long. You could cut them shorter. Maybe I cut this one into a few smaller pieces, and when they're smaller, they stand up a little better. So I could put one foot on one end, put a dot, glue, and I could stand these up around my playground or around my sculpture. Lots of options here. I'm interested to see what everybody comes up with. Lots of ideas. Usually when I'm in a classroom teaching this, I see all sorts of really cool ideas. The kids tend to come up with better ideas than I do for this, so. All right. So yeah, play around. One more idea I will show you is similar to that first one, like where we made a rainbow, but it's a rainbow and then we can do a little dip in the middle. I'll show you this one I did with the blue on this piece. It's almost like two arches or kind of like an M. So again, we need to do 2 feet, a foot on one end, a foot on the other end, and I'm going to put glue on each of those feet, and I'll also put a dot of glue right about there in the middle. And so there is not a right and wrong way for this one, you guys. I'm sure we will have a lot of fun playing around. This is just a fun project. There's lots of different ways to make this kind of a sculpture. So I could always add more. I kind of have my rainbow colors there. I could definitely add more. I'm very curious to see, guys, what kind of designs you come up with, what you can make that paper do. So you're the sculptor here. You're in charge of that paper. You make it do what you want it to do. So that is it. Another really simple but really fun project this week. So I would love to see some photos of what you guys did, how you made it work, what designs you came up with, what colors you chose. You might choose just to do, maybe choose just 1 or 2 colors, or play around with it. You guys are the artists, so let me know what you come up with. I hope that everyone is healthy. I hope you are all having a great time at home. Hopefully you're able to spend some time outside with this beautiful weather. And I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you so much. Bye.